Ivalice, a kingdom blessed by the light of the gods and ruled by the two-headed lion. A year after her defeat in the 50 Years' War, the king succumbed to malady, leaving a mere boy of 2 to ascend the throne. Whoever became the child's guardian would rule in truth. Duke Larg, brother to Her Majesty the Queen, was widely expected to assume the role, but the council, fearing the Queen would wield excessive influence, moved instead in support of the late king's cousin, Duke Goltana. The Dukes, Goltana and Larg, both were decorated generals who had proven themselves in many a battle during the 50 Years' War. While most of the powerful houses rallied beneath the banner of the Black Lion, Goltana, those nobles and knights who were left to languish in the wake of the war flocked to the banner of the White Lion, Larg. Goltana, the Black, and Larg, the White. The conflict between these men would come to be known as the War of the Lions.
Hello and welcome to the Streaming Parson plays Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. And you read that right. Today, we are finishing this game as we go back to where we started. The Orbonne Monastery. Before that, we gotta do some, rearranging some gear. Yeah, I never got the better headpiece from the Midlight dungeon. Maximilian Beret, Venetian Shield, Excalibur. This thing is so good. Yo, that thing is so good.
What is it?
I don't need this. We're not stealing anything at the end of the game. I already have, whoops. I already have better stuff. I'm just looking to all my gear here. Alright. Today will probably be a short stream because I'm just gonna blow through the end of the game.
How does the day... Oh, why? Is there... Want me to craft anything?
I never got the rare plague horror, huh? Oh.
Need something at my door?
Welcome. Nothing. Need anything else? Rumors, eh? Anything else? So come back soon.
Oh, why not? Let's,
After all in particular.
There, high there. I got. Okay, I already bought them. All right, we good there.
No, I don't be.
I should have checked something.
What is it?
Can't have her be my item person if I don't have this and this. I'm actually gonna make a second save. I know I'm doing a lot of saving at the beginning of this stream, but... Create new save data. Oh, that's super confusing. I hate when that happens. I don't like the one being at the bottom, I don't know. It should be 1, 2. Anyway, let's do this thing. Enough diddly-dally. The battle at Orbonne Monastery. I like how it just dumps them right into the 4th level, the vaults. Yeah, these guys don't stand a chance against me. Oh, you can't see them yet. There's like a bunch of guys, they're all like over here. But it don't matter.
As you command.
Nowhere to fight. Very well. Of course.
I won't do it. I won't do it. It'd be fun, but I'm not gonna do it. Ew. Let's see something here. Don't matter.
No turning back.
Why'd you gotta say it like that? Oh, it's this guy.
Keep watch here. I will press on with Lord Fulmarv.
Oh wait, never mind. I don't fight him
As you
yet.
command. They have slain all the guards. What secrets lie among these tomes that demand such carnage? But the speculation must keep. First, we deal with the enemy.
Alright, beat all enemies, that's easy enough.
With purpose.
It does hit him, right? Yes, it does.
Come on.
Yo, it's Little John. Take this, Little John. Bruh. Huh?
Let me see.
He's just like barely level 50. Bruh. I love how much experience they get from hitting me.
Now then.
I like how I like how Sid double turns these guys. Oh yes.
By heaven's will upon heart etched, let minds impure be cleansed. Divine ruination. This is the end.
It's over. I can't.
Damn, he one-shotted that dude.
Stout being forged of earth and stone, from harm now guard us well, Golem!
I'm ready to fight.
Yo, he got a crazy jump there.
Ready and waiting.
Onward. This fleeting life, cling to it not. Embrace inevitable end. Judgment Blade! Down!
Why? I must concentrate.
I will do my utmost.
Okay, got him.
With purpose.
Yo, this guy never gonna get a turn, cause he gonna get cooked. Look at that. Look at that sick damage. I might freeze him though. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I have to fight on.
Sharpening my edge.
I was gonna try it. Bruh.
How about that? Now then. I'll get you for this.
Should we hit him from here?
Enough! Damn it! You're finished! Sorry, and...
Huh?
My turn.
Have I defeated all enemies? Alright, there's this guy stopped over here. Forgot about him. Don't matter.
Everything
Whack.
lost.
I forgot about that guy.
I will tend to matters here. Very good. Alleonda Keorias de Sonda. Zorda las laumos me feolio sonda. Alexandora, Reeve of Time, by oath unto you am I bound. Transcending eternity, cross you now the vastness of time's gulf. Throw wide her gates, that we may pass!
An ancient incantation. What awaits below? Quickly, we must give chase.
I like how. You know what? Never mind. Orlando doing bad work though. I mean, these guys are cooked. They have no chance against me. Alright. At the 5th level of the vaults. I just wanted to have the Perseus bow equipped. It's a cool bow.
To arms, then.
Very well. Of course. Then where to fight?
Let's go.
To battle!
We have waited for you, Ramza. How very far you've come. But no farther. The stones of the monastery make an ironic cairn for a heretic such as you. And I, Lothry Wodring, will see you dead and buried.
Is that so? Alright, defeat Lothry.
Lothry, was it?
Hang on, I'll be right back. Gotta check that out. Oh, sorry about that. That was a long door thing I couldn't get away from.
Are you not aware of the true nature of the man you serve?
Whatever do you mean? If you speak of our execution of the clergy at Malond, that was but a part of our grand design. After all, the salvation they offered their flock was false. They sought only to seize Ivalice for themselves by placing a puppet on the throne. We are unlike them. By the power of the Zodiac Stones, we will bring the people true salvation.
So even his most loyal are kept in the dark. You are but an unwitting servant to the Lucavi.
The demons of legend? I've not the patience for your japes, boy. Lord Folmarv is the one true savior. The second coming of Saint Ajora, who shall lead all men with boundless benevolence. A noble's whelp such as you could never understand the burdens of the common man, much less ease them.
My move.
And there's like holes in the ground in this place. You can still break his weapon though. 1, 2, 3.
I must concentrate.
Prepare yourself.
What the hell? He's running away. Okay, that makes my job way easier. Oh, oh.
Leave it to me.
Wait, where is this guy's turn? Yo, he ain't going for a what? A while? Okay, I mean, you do you, I guess. You ain't gonna live long enough.
Prepare yourself.
Leave it to me.
Please, what? What? Dude, what universe? Is that guy gonna be able to summon his Tandaga long before I just blow him to oblivion?
Much obliged.
I don't even know anymore.
Come then.
It should be a one-shotter.
My turn. I must do all I can.
That was so doofy. Like, that guy was gonna try and cast Tandaga. I have like so many guys with so many range attacks. What was he thinking? I may change it to white magic later. I don't think I need the hasting ability. Just in case I need it.
Now then.
I don't want to get too close. I don't want him to hit me. It goes here. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Interesting.
Prepare yourself.
One step at a time.
The hell? He's just chilling out back there. Yo!
Come on. Every bit helps.
Slivers of sun through crystal's gaze shine upon gossamer wings. Fairy!
Oh, I thought I needed this. I haven't been hit yet. There's gonna cast for Raja on him. I think I can line up to hit this guy. Oh, I don't think I can. I think he's too far. Oh, no, 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 he's on the last square. I can get him. Get him!
With purpose.
Yo! Shot him right through his magic shield, though.
I must concentrate.
Can I hit this guy from here? I can. Yo, he cooked!
I have you now!
Ugh.
Sorry.
I will
Nah,
not
you
falter.
got nothing, brother. Alright. Come on, buddy. That's what you're made of.
My move. Farewell.
He gone. He gone.
Sorry, my friends.
Oh. I can no longer hit you from this range.
I will do my utmost.
Whee!
Right. Right.
Come on, buddy. That's what you're made of. Why are you running? Why are you running?
Fly true.
The rounds be cooking though. Let's see his move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whee!
Is this the end?
Leave it to me. Come then.
Come on.
Well, all your guys are down.
Prepare yourself.
What the hell?
I am ready.
He can't be that scared of me.
I must concentrate.
I will not falter.
Now then.
Because if he doesn't move, I'm just gonna do this. Oh, what? Not close enough? Oh, this is because he moved out of range. Eventually there's a point where he can no longer run. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
My turn.
I will do my utmost.
With purpose.
I must concentrate.
Prepare yourself.
Oh. What? He decides to do that. Oh, that's the other thing that's for him. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's not in range. Well, he's dead now. Goodbye.
Have at you!
Come on.
Oh, bruh. Take this though. Brocus saves the queen.
Come then.
Oh, he dead. I didn't need that. Goodbye.
So it ends here. But I am not finished yet. For you, Ramza, I shall cast open the very gates of hell. Fal leonda, Keorias desonda, Zorda, las laumos, Nefeolio.
We're just gonna stand here and let him do this whole incantation.
Alexandora, Reeve of time.
I mean, I got two guys next to us that just got a blade. Reese is still on the way down.
Transcending eternity. Cross you now the vastness of time's gulf. Throw wide her gates, that we may pass.
What is this place?
The Necrohol of Malond. Never again will you see the skies of Ivalice. Without the glyph at the gate, there can be no return.
Dude, once again, instead of letting him finish his talking, just... I have a ninja in the party, just throw something at him, like, come on!
I have fulfilled my duty. And yet... Volmov, my lord, are you still the man I've pledged to follow?
Questioning that now?
To harbor such doubts at the last.
Idiot.
How pathetic. Hurry on, Ramza. How it ends depends on you.
So this is the Necrohol. Half of Malon supposedly sank into the sea when a great catastrophe struck in ages past. But that appears not to be the case. But now is not the time to ponder such. I must find Folmarv. Alma, please be safe.
Alright, battle at the Necro Hall. Yo, the game still allows you the flee option. You see that in the bottom left? I thought the whole point is that you can, there's no return. Like, Lawfrey destroyed the gate. No, I'm not gonna do it though. Okay,
What is it? Let's try this.
the Necro Hall of Milan, the Capitoline. Okay, this is not the fight I thought it was. Okay. I'll stay as a chemist though.
Ever ready. Where to fight?
So stupid.
Ready and willing.
Of course.
To battle!
Oh, this dumb guy. He's gonna get cooked.
You! But how? You must have forced Sir Lofri to bring you here. Very well then. Here is where I shall make my stand. Even should it cost me my life, I will stop you. I will have vengeance.
For what? Defeat Cletien. I think that's how you pronounce that.
Why are you come here? What salvation could you possibly offer the people that might be had in these forsaken ruins?
A spoiled lordling could ill understand what we seek to do. Or do you claim to have learned something of suffering? If so, you might see the world for the cruel place it is. Though the Church preaches equality, it cannot and will not affect change. The highborn few hoard wealth and power, passing it on to their offspring as it was passed on to them. This leaves the lowborn masses with no means to lift themselves up. We would shatter the chain of inequality and create a world where all men have their fair share. But for that, we require power. Power beyond compare.
The Auracite. You would bestow them upon those who seek power. Yet what can you hope to achieve when most of the stones are in my possession?
You truly know nothing. Allow me to enlighten you. Once we have resurrected Saint Ajora, we shall have limitless stones at our disposal. By the grace of the High Seraph, the Savior was made able to create Auracite. And at long last, he shall be reborn to walk among us, the child of God from the heavens returned.
My move.
Oh, I didn't kill any of them though.
Onward.
I don't need to go that far up. Ooh, here's enough.
fight well.
He just goes with a rush. Because the only thing he has that will for sure hit me. Anything else is like kinda
must
got a
concentrate.
decent chance, but. Look, I even silenced him. He can't do a damn thing. Hold on, let me see that. Yeah, I silenced him. His magic art is completely useless. He has Holy Flare, Gravita, Unholy Darkness, Arise. Yeah, he can't do anything. Useless. Get him. Okay, let's get rid of this guy.
Down with you! Everything lost.
Run away. Oh, he just flew over.
One step at a time.
Okay, 612, subtract 378. What's that? I'm just trying to do this math in my head. 5, 3. Two, 3, 4? 234. So we gotta do 234 damage. I don't think Bahamut does enough. No, he doesn't.
With purpose. Power thrumming in skies above.
Yo,
As
that
the
guy, he just
refulgent
ran up to
blade
me.
Now strike! Hallowed bolt!
Yo, this guy got nothing. Oh, he's doing the Murasame to heal?
No turning back.
You leave it to me!
He broke the
Bad,
sword, like
eh?
that's gonna do anything.
Enough!
I want Bahamut to finish this. Aww. I don't know if that's enough. Should be. Oh. That should be enough. Oh, whoops.
With all my might.
It's not enough. Oh, Bahamut.
No.
Oh, it was enough. Fight over.
Lothry. Forgive me. Would that I had told you.
That way, 'twould seem.
Would seem. Yo, I just cooked that guy though, and I got like the Agri is doing bad work though. Like the silences have just been carrying. All right, now we're in the Lost Haladim. Yeah, this stream is gonna be over so fast because I'm almost done the game. Okay, this is the one I needed the gun for. I didn't need it that last fight, but I need it here. Because the bow doesn't really help you with the distance. Because the bows are better with elevation, not so much just raw distance.
Very well. I'm ready.
As you command.
Understood.
To battle!
Oh, Ramza! Truly it is a joy that we should chance to meet again. I once suffered defeat at your hands, but it will not happen twice. Your head I shall take for Lord Folmarv.
Defeat Barak. This fight is more of an annoyance. It's not actually hard. It's because of this stupid chasm.
So you live still? Was your fear of death such that you would sooner bend your knee to the Lucavi? I pity you.
You pity me? You are a naive child who speaks of things he does not understand. It betrays your high-born nature that you should think it pitiful for one to fight to cling to life. For the lowborn, each day is a struggle to survive. Ever does death cast its dark shadow over us. When the nobleman falls ill, the physician nurses him back to health. Even when his lands suffer a poor harvest, food yet graces his table. Meanwhile, the common man dies of a chill. And even when times are not lean, he is not assured a meal on the morrow. Pity me if that is your wont. It matters not. For now, I am made truly human.
How does selling your soul to demons make you human? You've lost sight of whatever ambition you once held.
I stand above all other men now. I have transcended death itself. No longer must I bow my head in coy attempts to curry favor with you high-born nobles. I've bought my freedom. I am human at last, no longer something less.
You think freedom a thing bought and sold? What value? A freedom you have not earned. What meaning, when your soul is the price? A man who's lost his pride can never be free. When you cast yours aside, you surrendered your freedom. Freedom and equality are lost upon you. You do not understand, much less desire them. No, what you desire is power. Whatever your claims, you are just a fallen man who wishes to rise up at the expense of others.
My move.
This stupid, huge chasm. Oh, what?
Hey!
Haha.
Right.
Oh, I can't get over there, huh? I can still hit him, though. Two confusions. We be cooking. He's just gonna gunfire at her. Oh. Okay. Oh. Is that nice? What? Disable doesn't count? It's fine. Okay. Take this though.
Fly true.
I think he also has a blaze gun, if I remember correctly. He had the glacial gun, now he's got, oh, he's got a blaster. The lightning one. I could, in theory, steal it, but I don't feel a need to. Gotta wait for that Hydra to have his turn, though. Look at that sick distance, though. Yo, don't try that trash on me. Put that away.
Leave it to me.
Oh. Cool beans. Oh, this is gonna hurt though. Oh.
What now?
No holding back!
Huh.
Stout being forged of earth and stone, from harm now guard us well, Golem! Sharpening my edge.
Yeah, this only protected from like 2 of the enemies. One of them not even moving, so.
My power grows.
Just gonna gore him. Yep. Thanks.
Come then.
He's got to move HP up.
For you!
This bodes ill. Careful now.
I am ready.
With purpose. Hey!
I will not falter. Worry not.
So much faster than him too.
I should be fine.
I can do it!
A high potion, you think it's gonna do anything? So it's gonna get another turn and just finish him off. Oh, try attack? Ow. He's gonna try and desperation kill instead. Won't work though. Miss. Miss. Miss.
Come on.
My move.
Judgment has come upon you.
This can't be.
How can I die? I thought I had transcended. Yet there is only darkness.
Bye.
The stones resonate. I am tired, Delita. So very tired. But I must forge on. It falls to me to stop Fulmov. I chose this path. I will walk it to the end.
Sometimes the story's a rough one, you know? Like, doing the right thing, no matter how hard it is. To stop real evil. Instead of taking the easy way out. That's the difference between Ramza and basically everyone else. Where so many, like Delita, these Glabados church members, they all seek to do things the easy way.
What is it?
It's time for the memes, isn't it? You wanna know how I'm gonna end this game? First, I need to take Excalibur off of you. I'm gonna give you, where is it? I have a Ragnarok here. Give Agrias the Ragnarok. Give him Excalibur. I'm gonna change this to, where is it? Dual wield. Allows the unit to wield a weapon in each hand, even if not a ninja. The Genji helm. I don't need to save the queen. I need the memes. Let's go.
Ready and willing.
I will do my part. Very well. I'll do it. Fine with me.
Alright, I gave that to Ramza, right? Doesn't really matter. Some white. Don't think that matters that much. And here we go.
No turning back.
I'll be right back. Just hit grass something real quick. I'm being called. Again. Just how I be with these Christmas season things. Alright, I'm back. Oh.
I do not understand. Why does Virgo not awaken? This is his resting place. His spirit lingers here. I can sense it.
Oh, can you
What could be
now?
amiss? Mayhap she is not a suitable vessel after all. No, no, it cannot be that. Virgo stirred at her presence. She must be the one. Oh, it is still not enough. That could be the only reason. So you have come, Ramza.
Yep.
It is over, Folmov. Your comrades are no more. Now end this. Release my sister.
Comrades, you say? They were but pawns to be sacrificed.
That's how you know he's just like
The
mustache
angel
twirling
of
the
blood
evil.
to whom Saint Ajora is joined. She must slake her thirst ere she rise again. The land has drunk deep of blood in the Chiliads since Saint Ajora's death. Yet still she covets more. So be it. Once more to world of light, there to steep the earth in blood's sweet rain. But you, Ramza, you will not live to see the storm.
Oh, is that so? Thought I heard something, but... Meow!
Stones lend you their strength, I see this now. A truly vexing foe this child is made. And thus Ajora with High Seraph joined, that thirst for power alone the stones might slake. O Saint Ajora, O Angel of Blood, this sacrifice I proffer that you wake. Ramza, unto me your lifeblood you shall render.
Defeat Hashmal. Hey Gauntlets, welcome to the stream. And the winner of the most dedication in the Game Awards goes to... Oh, I wish. I know the Game Awards are going on right now. Hope all is well, yeah.
Alma, I'm coming, but you must wake. Cast off this sleep.
Okay, before I let them keep talking. To give the TLDR of Vormov / Hashmal's long-ass speech, the TLDR is that basically the entire purpose of everything that has happened in this game up to this point was that Vormov wanted enough people to die so that Ajora could feed on the death force and energy, though they describe it as blood, but it's not like Ajora's drinking that blood literally. So it's more like just the need of death for Ajora to resurrect. But apparently there's still not enough death. And the thing is that throughout this whole game we've seen so much of it. As we've gone through, not just us, but the War of the Lions took its toll on so many lives. And yet, still it is not enough. It just shows the immense lust for power. So as Ramza has been saying to these church guys, like, no, you have to relinquish this lust for power. It's destroying you. It's the... How does it go? You become what you believe. And so, because these people have blindly followed Ajora, Ajora's whole thing is that Ajora craves power, and craves that power through death. And Ramza's like, alright, I had enough of this.
Awaken to your whimpering she will not.
What have you done to her?
Her flesh a gift, Ajora's newfound form. Through her the Angel of Blood descends once more, the perfect vessel finally obtained. Should slain she be, to naught our plans would come. Yet strength have you to carry out this deed. Beyond your gentle heart it is, I fear.
Slay my sister. I need not resort to such measures. You are without comrades to protect you, Fulmarv. I will strike you down and end your madness.
That's a badass line.
Come on.
Crap. Let's spread out.
Every bit helps.
One magic attack, one physical attack, 10 bravery, and 1 speed.
Struggle.
Oh!
I am ready. Whee! Come then. Right.
I don't think any of my guys can get wall.
My turn.
He'll have to move closer. I'll just wait for him.
Much obliged.
The fact that let's let Reese like start with all those abilities is so cheap. Oh, don't you dare!
On Purgatory's harp your fate is strummed. In stillness hear its song. Bind. Bow to my will.
Yo.
No mercy! I will do my utmost.
I need to move
I
closer.
will not falter.
By one so feeble felled I cannot be. Yet even should you chance to strike me down, return I shall in perpetuity. This world in unremitting chaos lies. Unprompted does it churn and roil and seethe. For power, souls of rancor ever cry, and thus are we to aid them summoned back. To free their souls, the purpose of the stones.
Okay. Let's see what you got.
Cletien did say that Saint Ajora could create limitless auracite. And there are bound to be many like Barrick, who desire power only for self-gain.
A righteous life is yours, but few could live. For man is wont to envy and begrudge. What joy that others find, he fain destroys.
I've lived a far from righteous life. These hands are hardly clean. But I endeavor to walk a righteous path, as do many others. We are not all like you.
I am ready.
Bruh, it's gonna be able to quake that close? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He's just outside of it? Huh? Are you for real? I have the whole gap right there? Huh? Oh, it's because the thing is above. The stupid ship has an oar that goes above him, and I cannot jump on these 3 squares. Are you for real, bruh? Take this though.
Do your best.
This is gonna hurt. Yo, he can quick cast a quake though. That's crazy. Wait, that's it? I'm like, bruh.
We have you now, Fulmarv. Prepare yourself.
Agrius, let's go!
The girl's most loyal sword here too, I see. For her, your strength to Ramza now is joined.
Girl, you speak of Her Majesty Queen Ovelia. You shall answer for that insolence and more.
Of course. That she is an impostor, you know not. The Princess True, as babe in arms, did die. Replace her in the crib your mistress did. A plot devised to undermine the Queen.
Okay, so this is added dialogue in War of the Lions. So this bit here about Ovelia being a bait. Okay, so apparently, as Hashmal explains, that what the church did was when the real Princess Ovelia died as a baby, the church just brought in another girl and had her be the baby Ovelia. To basically say that, like, oh yeah, crap. The king's other, his concubine, basically, that the concubine's baby would live, even though the real one died. And so, because the whole like thing about the queen was that in reality, a lot of people were scared of her influence, which was why they tried to undermine the queen. And then, of course, the whole problem is that the queen ended up having a son, Ormus or whatever his name was. And so, this is new lore, because in the original, I mentioned this before when, back in chapter 2, when Formov, he told Ovelia that she was a fake. In the original game, that was actually left to open interpretation, because there was actually no evidence ever given that Ovelia was actually a fake. It was just Formov telling her that. And then Ovelia she just believed it. And there was no actual proof, but I guess from Hashmal's words here, they really wanted to be like, okay, it's not up for interpretation. She really was a fake. Maintaining the rest of the theme with Delita and Ovelia being commoners becoming king and queen. So it's kind of interesting that they added this.
The council's trump card she had been.
Orinus, that's totally the kid's name.
With Orinus's birth, she lost her worth.
Is that why she was confined to the monastery? No. You lie. I'll not believe you.
Though hard it was, the girl herself believed. And still, she freely chose to claim the throne. When all is said, your feelings matter not. But overjoyed how right you ought to be, Now a nameless girl is crowned a queen.
Your words will do naught to shake my loyalty. In Her Majesty's name, I defy you. Right.
Ah, damn.
Come at you!
Should probably move away.
I am the bringer of order.
He's dead. No, stop. Aw, Sid never got to really attack again.
I will do my utmost. Right.
I'm in your debt.
I'm in your debt.
Like, if his Quake only does 100 something damage, he's no match.
I must concentrate.
Aw, you for real, bruh? Come on, I gotta land at least once. Come on.
Come then.
He's gonna die soon, though. I've done so much damage to him.
For the one true God.
Oh, come on, man. I'm not gonna get to land it, am I?
Bow to my will.
Hopefully, the next battle will not be as annoying.
I am ready.
But Reese will just finish him off.
Here I go!
We will not win. Tonight we will not be.
Meteor? He cast a meteor?
Right. I will not falter.
It's fine, it's fine.
I will do my utmost.
Whee! It's gonna hurt. A big rock. Bruh, is that it?
Slivers of sun through crystal's gaze shine upon gossamer wings.
Yo, he does like no damage. You're the guy he casts Zodiac and does like 800 damage. This guy casts magic only does like 150 damage. Does nothing. Oh, the fight's almost over.
The time is long past for assertions. 'Tis plain we can never see eye to eye. The words of the vanquished become naught but empty lamentations. So it is in war.
My simple mind would ever deem it so. The reason this, why soldiers are disdained.
Mayhap so. One is afforded little time to wax philosophical in the midst of battle. Regardless, your kind are the enemy of men, of that there is no doubt. You must be eliminated, plain and simple.
History's tale by victor's hand is writ. The question, which of us shall hold the pen?
That scarcely needs saying. All that remains is to conquer or be conquered.
Man, Sid is just like
Now
Sid's
then.
like, I'm just here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
By divine will unencumbered, by darkness empowered, Shadow Blade!
And then Reese should finish the job. Oh no, he's gonna move!
We will not be.
Bro, give it up. Oh. Yo, he's charging a spell. Oh, I'm not in range. Oh, shame.
Infernal souls with wrath unspent, upon the land your fury vent. Quake!
I ain't worried about this.
Assassin flee.
Bruh. What all you got?
With purpose.
He's gotta be dead soon though, like. Bye.
Your time is up!
That I too should succumb to this mere child.
Technically, Robson didn't land any attacks.
Where am I?
Alma, are you alright?
That was crazy
Hamza?
from her perspective.
Is it truly you?
Too far we've come. To taste now of defeat. Angel of blood. That you should rise. My life I gladly give.
I am come once more.
Alma, no.
Oh, we got a Ragnarok. I would say we got the Ragnarok, but I already have one. Sid still ended up doing more work, even though he was stunned for like half the fight.
Ready and willing.
Ever ready. I'll do it. Understood.
Just do it here. Oh, I wanted to look at something. Oh, I couldn't. I forgot to show it off at the start of the stream. No. Oh wow. Let's do this thing.
It's
Just
time.
throw into the next fight.
What is this? Do not resist me.
Alma? Are you unharmed?
I'm fine. But you must strike down Ajora. Quickly.
To thwart my coming, you would dare essay? Nay, it shall not be.
Oh, you got some lackeys. Oh, that's a lot of lackeys. 4 lackeys.
I suffer spite from neither lord nor serf. Your unmaking you have sealed.
We'll see about that. Yo, she just blew off part of the top of the ship. At least we got a more open fighting area.
I am Ultima, divinity descended. Prostrate yourselves before me now.
So that is Saint Ajora's true fate. Made a Lucavi like all the others who craved power. You will not leave this place! I will defeat you! I swear it!
Yo! Defeat Ultima! Boop. This is it. This is it, guys. Ha! It's time to smoke this guy.
Submit to me.
Yeah, she's just gonna wipe out Alma. Wow. Ha! She didn't have a 100% chance. Ha! Bro, did you see that? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is Alma. Yo, look! She got... let's see. I think she touched with her holy thing. Oh, she can learn Ultima? Yeah, she has Aegis Dispella. Aww. Aww. I guess we just get settled with this guy.
Fall! This looks bad.
She's like, I'm getting almost like, I'm getting the hell out of here. Yo, she got a crazy move.
My move.
I'm just gonna wipe all these guys out. I don't want to deal with it too much.
Stout being forged of earth and stone, from harm now guard us well, Golem!
That should protect her from. That should protect Alma from the normal attacks. It's all you got?
I must do what I can.
She's trying it. Oh, she can't do a spell though.
My turn. You're finished!
Should be able to land it.
I'm in trouble.
Come then.
With purpose.
I wonder. I don't think it matters much, but I'm gonna try something.
Right.
Oh. Ha! It worked.
Whatever it takes.
I can't believe it worked.
Brother. This looks bad.
I can't believe that worked. That's so funny.
By the grace of the heavens, the blessing of the wind descend. Curaga!
I'm in your debt.
Let's try this.
Oh, yo. She has perfect ult. She has perfect teleport, basically. Come on. You know I ain't gonna do anything.
I am ready.
Wee.
Now then.
Yo, she just lined herself perfectly for this. I'm gonna cook her. Take this.
Right. Very good.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
I must concentrate.
Oops. Oh. Okay, hang on. I gotta see this. Goes Rafa, Reese, or landing. Here. Aw. Aw.
Leave it to me.
Let's recast this because it's probably gone now.
Stout being forged of earth and stone, from harm now
I
guard
probably
us
should have picked
well.
somewhere else to stab.
Golem! Sharpening my edge.
That 40% dodge was sick though. Alma just won the game like that. 'Cause usually Ajora's AI is programmed just to attack her. She's like, I'm out. Hiya! Still not down yet, are you? Yeah, her minions went down so fast.
Have at you!
How much damage have I done? Like, probably like 2.5k by now?
Submit to me.
Aww. Man, she critted that too. No. Hang on. No, we got a better way of doing this.
Choice yourself.
Whee!
This cannot be.
Summon Golem again. Walk around like this.
I must do my part.
Yeah, she just keep hitting Sid with the Golem shield.
Right. I will fight.
I must do all I can.
Impossible. This end to meet. I see it now. Too late. In you, his blood, my vanquisher in times long past. But not so soon. Shall I accept defeat?
In that accursed blood, the price of your defiance you shall pay.
I just keep Sid facing this way.
One step at a time.
Just hit her.
Come on. Every bit helps.
Look at that. He just did 1,000 damage before she even got a turn. I just gotta do that a couple more times with GG's. Alright, where you going? Right behind him? That's what I want. How to trivialize final bosses in a Final Fantasy game?
thrumming in skies above, as refulgent blade now strike! Hallowed bolt!
I must concentrate.
I can only do aim of 2.
Right.
Just restore MP.
With purpose.
Yes, I'm gonna break her speed.
I can
Hey
do
Tiger,
it.
at the end, yep, it's GG's, man. Like, what's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? You're still too close, buddy. Oh, what? Oh, her giant ass sprite made me not see that. Shame. Yeah, she's cooked. To think Ultimate's only level 66 in vanilla. I mean, remember, the end... It's the problem with most Final Fantasy games, right? It's the whole, like... The game did not think you would actually, like... Oh. Okay, Sid will go here. Ramsey goes behind. How soon is... Bro. I'm just having fun, though. Wee.
Now then.
Like, Sid could be cooking, but I'm not doing that.
No turning back.
Just got home from work? That sounds lovely.
Your fate is sealed.
Oh. That's kind of far. No, not the Spellja. That's something she can cast regardless of her MP. I wonder. Huh? Aww. Aww.
With purpose.
I want to see if I can do this without... Oh, I'm not close enough. Yeah.
My turn. I must do all I can.
Here I go.
I will not falter.
Can you just protect me from physical attacks? Oh, she can do it regardless. I thought I stripped her MP.
stout being forged of earth and stone. From harm now guard us well, Golem!
But the spell doesn't help you with this.
My power grows. Then.
I must concentrate.
This will...
Now then. No holding back!
Oh, I can't see your speed.
My turn.
This should be a game ender.
Right.
I feel better now.
Thank you.
Just restore Alma's MP. Keep rending your speed.
I will do my utmost.
She's gotta be dead soon, though. Oh.
I
Ha!
must concentrate.
I'm just having fun with this
Every
because
bit
the
helps.
fight's basically over. And we gotta have the thematic win of Ramza landing the killing blow, so I'm not. That's why I haven't been using like Sid's attacks. We're gonna pad out the stream time a bit anyway.
Right.
With purpose.
Eventually I gotta get her down to 1 speed.
I must look.
I will not falter.
Alright, this gotta be a kill. Okay, aim 10 is too slow.
I have faith in... I am ready.
My move.
It still gives you experience, so there's still more speed to cut. I like how Ramza gets several turns before
One
he
step
gets
at a
another
time.
turn.
Great.
And finish.
Down with you!
Just the way it should be. No. No more power for you. Now back to Morund with you. Oh no, what's happening?
O stones divine! I beseech you!
Well, that's new. But that... We'll get to that. The enemy is vanquished. The struggle has at last reached its end! Yo. I remember, like, in the original PlayStation version, it just played, like, the normal victory music.
What now, Ramza?
Oh.
Given all that has come to pass, I fear we cannot return to our old lives.
This is new.
No. Should we remain, we would only be hunted as heretics. So instead, let us take to the road.
You and I?
We've eliminated the source of the chaos. Our work is done. From now on, we shall live free, as birds on the wing.
Blessings of the Great Father descend and guide your body's return to the earth. May the grace of Saint Ajora lead Alma's soul to the eternal shores of paradise. There she shall find peace. Faram.
Faram.
She was so young.
For the entire family to be taken, the gods are cruel.
And the youngest son, Ramza, branded a heretic and denied even a burial. Such tragedy.
For 3 centuries, House Beowulf stood, but no more. A stark reminder that nothing lasts forever.
Ramza, forgive me. I am late in paying my respects. I would have come sooner were not so many eyes upon me. Ovelia has wed Delita, and she has relinquished the throne to him, making him king. A common-born youth restores peace to the realm, and now together with his queen he forges a new kingdom. A tale of heroism not like to be soon forgotten. Mayhap Delita is the man you believed him to be. A good man, at heart. When Valmafra revealed herself for an assassin, he made it appear as though he'd killed her. Then let her run. I think he must have caught a glimpse of himself in her. A tool manipulated by Lord Folmarv.
It's time we rejoined our squad. I'll go on ahead.
My father. Did he die bravely? I'll visit again. Be at peace. Are you truly dead? I still cannot believe you're gone. After everything. Oh, Ramza! Alma, wait! They're alive. They're both of them alive. Did you see them? Thank you, Ramza. May we meet again, somewhere out there.
There is naught to bind us now. Not the Beowulf name or the legacy. We may leave all that behind, to walk a path of our choosing.
A path of our choosing. But will we be able to find our place?
I do not doubt it.
They're just scratching at the door.
For aside from each other, we have time. To forge new friendships. To start...
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just being super fussy with the door.
families of our own. And one day, when we have children, we will share with them our tale. The first chapter in a new legacy.
That was to be the last time Ramza and his sister were seen. Well, I have to narrate this. Orbonne and Durai was left to ponder their mark on history. I know not what brings men joy, of what drives them to great deeds. Of what legacies they hope to leave, I know less yet. But I do know this. The true hero of this tale was the man forgotten. Orbonne would spend the next half-decade assembling an account of all which he had borne witness. His work complete, Orbonne presented his account, the Durai papers before the Clemensian Council, then convened for the selection of a new High Confessor. However, the Church, fearing above all else the revelation of the truth, seized Orbonne as a heretic and burned him at the stake. Damn. Orbonne did not get to live. The pen that inked them forever still, the papers then lay hidden for long centuries, forgotten even by the Church that had concealed them. When I have found the truth and so lay it bare for all to see, that his deeds might guide generations yet to come, that his name might receive the honor it is due. As Arazlan... Nah, I couldn't read that fast enough. Arazlan is the one recalling this tale, as he said at the beginning. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. That was a sweet, that was a fun experience, just to play through it again. Yo, they kind of changed it. They made the ending a lot less open to interpretation, because I don't think that was even in the War of the Lions, where Ramza used the Oracite to save himself and Alma at the very end. And it's so stupid. It's like, he could have done that for all of them, I'm sure. I mean, the ending only has the two of them, but in theory, Ramza having all, because at that point, even if you minus the secret 13th Oracite, he has 11 of the Oracite. He's got more than enough power to have saved all of them. And so, I think he... Well, of course, like, once again, the story's really, like, ambiguous what happened to everyone else. Maybe, like... Maybe he only managed to save himself with, Oh, you get all their... Megami Han was Ovelia? Yo. Oh, I gotta go back for those Japanese voice actors. But, okay. Interesting. Yuya Uchida, okay. An older voice actor. But anyway, as I was saying, it's weird that Ramza did not use it to save everybody, but then like you'd have to give everybody an ending, and I don't think they wanted to ever do that. Even in the original game, where it was left a lot more ambiguous, whether it was like just their spirits or something. But here it's like they're pretty like solidified the idea that Ramza did in fact survive. Like it wasn't just like him spiritually being alive, but that he did survive because he used the power of the Orosite to do so. And then you would think that he'd use it on everybody, and then everybody would. But then the problem is that like where would they go? Right? Because people cannot find out that they're all alive. And in the original game, it allows for certain other scenes to happen, which we'll let the credits play, because there's actually one more scene after the credits that we have to go over. Which, once again, if Ramza survived with the Orosite, he could have easily used it to save the others. And then I like the doofy thing too, is that like Ramza's still in his armor. It's like, hello, you're wearing like you're wearing armor that only nobility would wear. How would people not know who you are? I don't know, just doofy moments. Because I'm aware that they didn't want to animate like another outfit for him. Because his chapter 4 armor is like he's wearing armor that only nobility would wear. Which is it's supposed to make Ramza stand out. That's the whole idea behind it. So it's just kind of funny that even in the ending scene, he's still wearing it. But once again, like in the original game where it was more left open to interpretation, that didn't really matter. But if you're gonna have them actually survive due to the magic of the Orosite, then yeah, Ramza would need to wear disguise, because everybody would know who he is. Ooh. Those old names from Final Fantasy Tactics in 1997. Bruh. I hated the interactive novel section. How dare you do that to me? The War of the Lions. That was mainly for the translation stuff that you see if you play the classic mode of the game. I wonder if the credits is just as long if I played the other version of the game. Not like it matters. Oh, we at the end? Special thanks? At Zaltenia Castle, the chapel ruins.
I thought I might find you here. Everyone has been looking for you.
He's King Dalita.
Today is your birthday, is it not? I brought you flowers. A token of my eternal love. Ophelia.
How could you? You used them. Them and all the others. And someday you'll cast me aside, just as you did Ramza.
Did you get what you wanted in all of this, Ramza? I got this.
Final Fantasy Tactics, in honor of the original Final Fantasy Tactics team. Alright, save after completion. You can save your game after you reach the end of the story. When you next load, you will resume the point immediately prior to the final series of battles. As a special bonus for reaching the end of the story, you can now listen to the game soundtrack to relive your favorite memories. To do so, select Music Player. In addition, new sections have been added to the Chronicles in the game's main menu. Interesting. And that's the end of the game! Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles. On PSP, you could enter Polka Polka as Ramza's name to access the music sound test. Yeah, but now they just save you that whole trouble. Just beat the game and you get it. But see, so the whole scene with Delita and Ovelia as the epilogue there and him killing her. Because, okay, so something that the War of the Lions covered was that the way Ovelia was given that knife by Agrias just before the game ended. Just before the game ended. And so, if Agrias survived... I'm just gonna go here. If the game... So I don't have that thing keep playing in the background. So... If Ramza used the Aura Sight to somehow to survive Morond exploding, then why not use it to save everybody else? But the problem is, if he saved everybody else, but the problem, see, but okay, so Matsuno said that they survived the encounter, but it strained their relationship. Kind of doesn't look like it would, though, if you ask me. No, I agree with that. It wouldn't really... Why would it strain the relationship? That's a weird thing for Matsuno to say. Why would they not follow Ramza anymore? The only reason that they would stop is because... So my theory would be that... As I was joking before with like Ramza's outfit and why he should have changed it when he was like on the Chocobo with Alma at the end. Because he's wearing like the Baal nobility armor. If he's walking around with that on, everybody knows who he is. But the real reason why nobody would do anything after is because they all had to go in hiding. Because it wouldn't just be Ramza that everybody would know. Like, what? Orlando's alive? Really don't, like, after everything that's happened, all these people were presumed dead. Even before going to fight... Okay, let me put it this way. So the reason why the characters work the way that they do to fight against the conspiracy, the Lukavi conspiracy, was that most of them were presumed dead already. Or, as you correctly say, Tiger Eye, they're all branded as heretics. So either they're on the run or they're presumed dead. And so they can't go back to any set of lives. They can't go... Yeah, they couldn't really go home. They couldn't really go anywhere because they don't have anywhere to go. They're all presumed dead. And so, even though, yes, for the sake of the ending credits, it's just easier to only animate 2 people, it's safe to assume that they all ran away together and all went to a new place together and just kind of built a new community there. Because it doesn't make sense that only Ramza and Alma survive. That doesn't make any sense. That would also not be within Ramza's character. Ramza would not use the Aura Sight to only save himself. That would be antithetical to everything we've seen him do. Because as we did the final battles in Morond, he condemned the church for using power for selfish reasons. So it would be really out of character for him to use the Aura Sight to only save himself. I don't know what the hell, like, sorry, Streamlabs is not showing your more recent message, but anyway. But no, you're totally right about that, Tiger Eye. They all would have been branded as heretics. So none of them could go back to any semblance of normal lives. They would all travel together and then just form a new community once they left the country. That would be the safest thing to go with. There's no way he let them die. No, I'm totally with you on that, because that, once again, that would be very antithetical to his character. Like, what makes Ramza an interesting character is that he condemns that kind of mentality. Because that's what everyone else does. Whether it's the church, Dalita, Goltana, Larg, Dice-Dark, that's how they think. They would let others die so that they could have power. Ramza would not do that. And I think that's what makes him a great heroic character. And it's one of those crazy things that, like, okay, now you get the pastor moment in me. I think what makes Ramza a great hero is that he how do I put this? What makes Ramza an amazing character is that he's a good allegory of understanding that in our lives, no matter how crazy things get, no matter how terrible this world becomes, the most important thing is to get your spiritual life in order and pursue to do what's right. And I like that part when I was fighting Hashmal and Ramza's like, look, I'm not perfect. My hands are not clean, but I strive to walk down the righteous path. And I know there are many that do. And that line is so poignant because that's very much like Ramza showing his humility. That's him being, if you will, right with God. Ramza is right with God because he accepts that he's a broken sinner, but he wants to do what's right. Of course, you know, in the Christian worldview, that's ultimately through forgiveness in Christ. But without that step, as far as the story is concerned, Ramza's heart is in the right place. He's putting his spiritual life in the right place. That's what makes him different from everyone else in his world. Whether it's once again, it's whether it's one of the lords, his brother, Dalita, any of them, Ramza, he cares about doing what is ultimately right. And yeah, you're right. His moral compass is also what drew the party members to his side. So once again, it makes no sense that he would desert them like that he would only use the Orosite to save himself. And Alma. He would have used it to save all of them. But I think the safer theory to go with is that all of them ran away together because none of them could go back to any semblance of normal life. In Ivalice, anyway. They would make a new life somewhere else. All of them would have to. That just makes sense to me. The whole, like, straining the relationship makes no sense. You can put it this way, too. His heart is what allowed the stones to grant the miracle of surviving the explosion. That, too. I mean, I don't think that overly matters because, once again, the Orosite just operates as magical conduits. Anyone could do that if they knew what it could, if they knew what the Orosites could do. Ramza having them for as long as he does would have figured it out. But no, I see what you're getting at, and I agree mostly with that. Because I guess I mean that also makes sense with like what he saw with Rafa. So once again, it would not just be him, but like Rafa, Marak, they would be able to, them together would all be able to channel the power of the Orosite to survive. Yo, let's just play this one. Hang on. No, let's play this one. Yeah. I don't know what I should know. Anyway, having the stones for that long also allowed a lot of time for temptation to take root, but it ultimately didn't. That's half true. Because, as I explained earlier, in an earlier stream, another thing that the game does not explain very well is that the Orosites acted as prisons for the Lucavi. So, once again, Ramza killed them anyway, so there were no more demons in any of the Orosite you had. That's from FF12, right? Correct. You didn't finish FF12, that's okay. It's a very tough game to go through. Actually, no, it's not FF12. Well, FF12 hints at it. Tactics Advanced 2? Yeah, both advanced games. Advanced 1 was a lot more implied. FF Tactics Advanced 2 definitely went into that lore, that the Orosites also operated as prisons for, like, Espers. The Esper beings. Because in FF12, the Espers just existed. They were not imprisoned in any Orosite. In FF Tactics Advance, there's which one was there's a Lucavi in an Orosite. It's the one that's in the book that what's his face Mute buys at the beginning of the game. That's what causes the transmutation of the world to become the Final Fantasy Tactics Advance world, to create a simulated Ivalice that Marsh ends up in. The Lucavi awakens from Mute's desire to not have a shitty life in the real world, basically. And so, FF Tactics being at the end of the timeline, quote unquote, if you will, kind of plays at the idea that these Lucavi have been prisoner in these Orosite for a long time. But because Ramza killed most of them, the temptation thing. But at the same time, there's something poignant to what you say. I actually thought about it a little bit, and Rich, you didn't want to go back, but eventually relented. Yeah, there's stuff like that. And FF Tactics Advance has its own interesting narrative. But there's something you said earlier, and I kind of want to think. Once again, it goes back to what makes Ramza an interesting person, and his whole having his spiritual life in order and being humble. Is that it doesn't. I guess it also doesn't matter if they were actually like the Orosite were prisons for the demons. It didn't matter. Because once again, human beings in themselves all possess that corruption. We all possess that potential evil. But once again, Ramza shows that he's right with God, if you will, by not falling into temptation. So there's a lot to what you say there, and I definitely agree with that. I didn't play Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2, but also chose not to watch any playthroughs just in case. Oh, sorry, I spoiled the game then. Sorry, I spoiled a lot of the game. But I think like Ramza's, yeah, I'm sure there's a reason why Luso has innate poach in FFT. It's because he's supposed to be like he's a bounty hunter in this story, which makes him the perfect guy to go around chaining up Lucavi. He's a bounty hunter in the story. But yeah, like the thing about like at the end of the game, there are some plot holes, assuming that Ramza let everybody survive with the magic of the Orosite. So Agrias's character is that plot hole, and is that she would have naturally gone after to protect Ovelia. Perhaps Ramza convinced her not to. That would be my headcanon, that he would have to convince her not to. Because once again, like, Agrias is presumed to be dead. So she can't just show up as Eltenia. And, okay, so we have to cover, like, a weird plot hole. So how would anyone have known that Alma was dead? So the ending scene has a whole, like, a bunch of mourners at Alma's grave. So supposedly most people knew that Alma was at the monastery and likely lived there. And so because what happened, this, you only see like a small part of this, but when Ramza is sent to Moland via Lawfree's spell, the monastery must have been like largely destroyed. And people just assumed that Alma was one of the many casualties. Because the game doesn't show you, but Ramza says it in the throwaway line when you start the final dungeon, is that a lot of people died there. All the guards died because as Volmarv's men came storming in, they killed everybody. And so people just assumed Alma was one of the casualties. Maybe they thought she died because the Knight Templar killed... Yeah, no, that's what I was getting at. They just assumed that she was one of the many casualties. That's a fair assumption for them to make. Like, she's only alive because of the magic of the Aura Sight. So, like, I mean, they're not wrong to think that. Point is, the common people have a fair, like, their assumption is fair. But, I mean, there's also something interesting thematically through the game, that if you look at the tavern rumors, you know that, like, a lot of them are wrong, because you, playing through the game, know everything that's actually happening. And so, it really goes to show that when it like, the rumors, because they're so faulty throughout the game, you get to the ending scenes, and you see how people, like, think what they do. It goes to show, and it makes sense that, like, yeah, people would not be able to know the truth. Because there's... The whole point of a conspiracy theory is to stay concealed. That's the whole point. Until revelation is brought to people, they will never know. And that's no different from real life. That's why I think this game is so poignant as a story. It's a game I wish everybody played. But at the same time, I'm also surprised this game was released in 2020, like, re-released in 2025. It's a very... I hate to say this out loud like this, but it's very right-winged, if you think about it. Like, very much so. Like, overtly so. Like, I know there's a lot of discourse about video games generally being more, like, right-wing, theoretically. Mainly on the premise of, because gaming initiates competition, and competitive nature, healthy competition is antithetical to more left-leaning values. But not even that, but just like the stuff that they say in this game is very like, Ramza is very like conservative, almost Christian in his beliefs. He's very theistic, whereas whether it's the very jaded members of society, or even the corrupt church the corrupt church of Glavados, they're all very left-leaning in their ideas. I see those like posts on Reddit, the like leftist gamer memes, and it's like usually they use FFT and they like spout ideas from it, from like the Death Corp. Like, you look at like Wheatgrass philosophy is very much like what you see in a lot of people nowadays. A lot of people have his philosophy. Turns out he became extremely corrupt. And so like I'm surprised this game came out today in this day and age. Because FFT is not a... If you presented this game to a lot of people, it would make them very mad. Because it ridicules a lot of stuff that a lot of people parrot in the media nowadays. But at the same time, that's all the more reason I love this game. Just be like, yeah, you say like, nah, you sometimes gotta challenge those bad ideas. And that's the beauty of Final Fantasy Tactics, and why another reason why Ramza is a great character. Because sometimes you just need a person to be like, no, your ideas are stupid. And I will openly challenge them. Even if it's unpopular. Imagine the potential outrage if it was changed. Such as changing scenes where the women were punched in the gut. Or the fact that, like, people use, like, offensive language. Like, referring to the women in this game. Yeah, there are some moments. But to keep it all in shows that, like, one, that's how the world really is. But not even that, but, like, just the political philosophy in this game. It's very much, like... It's very right-winged. And I'm surprised that, like... Well, it's a good thing that, like, it's one of those things that I respect about Japanese, like, game developers. And they're just like, yeah, we don't care about, like, modern Western sensitivities. We tell the stories we want to tell. And if you have a problem, you can eat my ass. Like, that's basically their attitude, and I respect them for it. Like, tell the story. And tell a good story. The fact that Delita freaking knifed a woman at the end of the story, right? Like, not in a modern Hollywood movie. Nah, she would have like triple flipped over him and then like back kicked him in the neck and one shot at him. That's what Ovelia would have done in a modern Hollywood version of the game. Not get stabbed by Delita. Well, no, the outrage would come from people like me who, like the original faithful idea. But I see what you mean. Kind of reminds me of Barak's argument of equality is taking from and becoming what he despised. No, that's exactly it. Like, whether it's Barak, what Weegraph, Lawfrey, like all of them have been blinded by bad ideas. But as Ramza basically quoted like a Bible verse at him, which is hilarious. He just reworded it. He basically reworded hashtag terrible pastor moment, because I don't have the exact passage on top of my head. But I think it's Matthew chapter 20. Matthew chapter 20, where it's like, what good is it that a man gains the whole world but loses his soul? That famous passage. You could say the same thing about... Well, once again, that's what makes Ramza amazing, is that he goes against the grain, unlike everyone else. Even Delita. Delita became corrupt. Because that is how people are. That's a real depiction of people. Unfortunately. But it's all the more reason, if you will, that, like... When you think about, like, the definitions of things like justice, goodness, righteousness, it cannot be from within. Matthew 16:26, thank you. Hashtag terrible pastor here, but like, yeah, that famous passage. Ramza he basically rephrases it at Barak, at Barak, I guess is how you're supposed to say it. At Barak. But that's exactly it, though. Is that we all claim to want these grandeur ideas, and this is true across the board. And even if you have good intentions, how's the old saying go? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. So even if you have good intentions, people will end up being corrupted by power. And Delita is a great example of that. That's why you watch like the two sides of Ramza and Delita. Ramza is the guy who refuses. He refuses to give in. Whereas Delita is easily seduced by power. Because Delita, his disillusion was he faces the disillusion a lot of people in the world today, especially young people today, kind of feel. It's like, well, if I was in charge, things would be different. If I was in charge, I would fix this. And the story I always reference, I made a whole case study about this in an old Bible reading stream I did way back. But there's a guy in 2 Samuel. And 2 Samuel tells a story of a guy named Absalom, who's the son of, he's one of the sons of King David. And I made this case in that old stream. Back in the Mandalia playing cutscene, he's already talking about power. Yeah. Well, I'll come back to that. I'll just finish this point here. So there's a story about a guy named Absalom, one of the sons of King David. David had like a whole bunch of sons because he had like a bunch of wives, right? So he had a whole bunch of kids. But anyway, besides the point. Absalom is a great character to study. This is what I would tell people. He's a great character to study because in 2 Samuel. Read the story of Absalom in 2 Samuel. It's like usually the later chapters because his story arc is through the second half of 2 Samuel. And I made the case that he's an interesting person to study because he's the perfect reflection of my generation. You know, the generation that got fed up with the parents' generation screwing everything up and then developing the mindset of, oh, if we were in charge, things would be better. So the TLDR of that Bible story is that Absalom, after he gets revenge on his older half-brother for raping his sister, Absalom, his anger stems not just from the atrocity of his sister being raped, but because his dad did nothing. And so Absalom goes like, older generation's incompetent. So he starts like making himself popular with the people by, he would go out to the streets and he would talk to the common folk and be like, oh, how can I help you? And then as he started helping people, he quickly gets corrupted by that. And he starts thinking, if I was king, I would do things better. And so this causes like civil war, and then of course at the end of the story Absalom dies. Spoilers. But the idea is that people are easily corrupted by that. Because when you read the first part of Absalom's story, you feel for the guy. Like, his sister got raped and his dad did nothing. He felt like he had to carry out justice himself. But not long later, he gets corrupted by power as soon as the ability to acquire it is within his grasp. He's quickly corrupted. And so coming back to Delita, the Mandalia plane, like, it's just the whole, like, at first you feel like, yes, things could be, like, I want to make things better. We always start like that. We always start with the idea that, yes, I want to make things better. And we all start with that, like, good intention. But once again, like, humans are so easily corruptible. Because power, the seduction of power, what makes it understandable is that it's an easy way to measure. Like, for example, if you want to measure change, how do you do that? With power. But the problem is that, like, it is easily abused. It cannot be left in the hands of people. Maybe that's more or less all I have to say about this game. I love this game. There's so much, like, philosophy and theology and that you could dissect with this game, because it's just so, it's so rich in content. Trials of Mana next. I haven't played a Trials of Mana game in forever. Okay, I guess we should do some housekeeping, because you are asking a good question. What is next? So, for the rest of December, we're just going to do some chill game streams on the few days. For example, what day is it? It is the 11th, right? So next week we'll do some like whatever I'll play something for you guys. Not totally sure, but I'll just do something. We won't do any LPs till the next year. What game genres do I like? Mostly RPGs and turn-based games. As you can see, like all those playlists are like mostly turn-based games. Okay, so something I do plan to do relatively early next year. But at the same time, I kind of want to take a break from RPGs because we just spent like 22 streams playing FFT. So I want to take a little bit of a break before I do want to play Octopath Traveler 0 on the channel. That is definitely on the early 2026 schedule. How early I do it? I might wait a little bit before I play it. Because I know it comes out next week, but I'm not going to play it right away. I'm going to wait a little bit before I play it and stream it for you guys. So Octopath Traveler 0 is definitely on the list. We're definitely going to do that on the channel, but it might not be till like almost February is when I might do it. The reason why I say February is because Old School XCOM, I don't know about Old School, but we're going to do our annual XCOM 2 Let's Play, Iron Man Let's Play. I'm going to try and beat it on a higher difficulty in an Iron Man run. And kind of just tradition at this point to play more XCOM. I haven't played in a while and I kind of want to. So I think I might do that in January. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Octopath Traveler 0 for sure on the list. I do plan to play other Square games. So those are definitely on the list. But once again, like I do need a bit of a break after this. And yes, we do have the next few weeks in December to kind of just fool around and play whatever different kind of games. Did you play the classics? If so, I'd be your opposite, playing the first three, but not the Firaxis XCOM. I mean, if not. Did you play the No, I didn't play the classics. I think we went over this. I didn't really play the classics. I only like watched some videos of them. I never played them. Yeah. No, I know what you mean by the Firaxis. I did not play the older ones. I basically only got into it a lot more because of the Firaxis era. So I might play XCOM 2 again. I'm gonna play XCOM 2 again on the channel probably for our annual tradition. Apocalypse was my favorite old one. Okay. Yeah, so Octopath Traveler 0 is definitely on the list. I know this game has... Okay, someone will have to tell me later, because I know the Game Awards is still going on right now. But... Claire Expedition 33? I might play it on the channel. If it gets Game of the Year award today, I'm for sure playing it on the channel. So the question is whether that comes first or if I play Octopath Traveler 0 first. Because one of those games I will play in February. After XCOM, basically. Apocalypse was your favorite old one. That's the third classic one. Okay. Yeah, you showed me videos of that. You were showing me some clips of that one. I checked them out a little bit. So that's kind of the plan for the next little bit. And then I'm also like, I might as well address this now. So I'm slowly tricking through. It's taking a lot of work to get around to the editing process, but after I do the next D4DJ video, I am going to take a short break. Simply think of it this way. So I'm going to have the next D4DJ video sometime like in the 21st of December-ish. And then the next, I won't even start working on the one after that one until New Year's. And then 3 weeks from New Year's, so what would that be, the 21st of January, will be the next, like the D4DJ video after that. So I might as well just bring that up now. I am thinking, actually, after I finish the Noah video, that's what the current video I'm working on. Because I had fun with the Halloween video, I'm thinking about doing a D4DJ stream of some kind. I just haven't figured out what kind of topic I want to cover for like a D4DJ stream. But I want to do some kind of Christmas D4DJ thing for you, because I didn't do the Advent this year. I had an idea, but then I came upon the idea a little bit too late. But I think a D4DJ Christmas-related stream would be kind of fun. So I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know when I'm going to do it. It might even be after Christmas, honestly. Might be like, I don't know, whatever the Monday after that is. Or not Monday, it'd be like a different day. What I sent you was the very first XCOM. Okay, you showed me XCOM 1. Okay, yeah. You showed me, yeah, I was watching some of those clips. 1994? God, that's a long time ago. I was not that old in 1994. I was very young. I would have only been like grade 1 in 1994. Fox was 1997? No, I'm pretty sure that sounds about right. So that's basically how the channel's gonna look like for the next little while. So in a couple weeks, week and a half, let's say, a D4DJ video. Monday stream, I'll figure out something to do for it. We'll do something pretty casual. And that's basically it. Anyway, unless you have like some questions to tackle, I think this is more or less gonna be the end of the stream. I thank you guys for hanging out for Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles. It was really fun to play this game again. I always have fun playing this game. I love this game. It's like one of my favorite games, like, ever. That's how much I love Final Fantasy Tactics. Like, it's one of my favorite games ever. Will I play it on the channel again? Probably. Probably not the next year though. Might be down. Assuming Lord willing, I'm still doing this, but it won't be for a while yet. But I always have fun playing this game. I love this game. What do I rate it? Unbiasedly. As far as like the Ivalice Chronicles remaster is concerned, I think I would give it like an 8 out of 10 if I was to minus my love for the game. I think I rate the game about 8 out of 10 because gameplay solid. Music's always great. Difficulty's pretty fair. There are some moments I was pretty weenie dog, but for the most part the difficulty's like pretty fair. Even for technician mode, I was pretty impressed with that. They added the difficulty, but it wasn't like so unfair. There were some weenie dog moments with those damn red chocobos, but like other than that, like the game is. But that's because like once again I exploited the game pretty quickly because I know this game inside and out. But I can see like the game being very good challenge, and so I like that for that. The visuals were nice, the voice acting was a nice touch, but I wouldn't put like a lot of the aesthetics. Imagine fearing random mobs more than a Lucavi. It's not a single random mob. It's like the squad of 4 red chocobos. Like, why are you gonna do this? Well, because once again, it's like the instant perfect accuracy hits. It's just so weenie dog. But Hey, you never know, you know, those red chocobos, they borderline Lucavi, you think about it. But some parts of the added story, it was neat. Some of it was unnecessary, but whatever. It's not the... I wouldn't say it's done a whole lot more than the original. And even back then, like, as much as I love this game, I don't think it's... There are games clearly better than this game, if you were to be, like, as unbiased as possible. And I would give it that fair treatment. Solid 8, though. Is it worth playing? Hell yeah, it's worth playing. Even if it's, like, not a perfect game, you still pick this game up. I recommend this game to anyone who likes turn-based strategies. Imagine the cackling I'd have if I added Red Chocobo to more story battles. I think the story is so poignant. Honestly, I almost was willing to bump it up to a 9. Just but that's more bias of like, it's a story everybody needs to read. I think the story of Final Fantasy Tactics is just that poignant, especially in our modern political and religious climate. Disgaea, perhaps? I haven't played a Disgaea game in forever. It would be neat to get into, but the problem is that like there's already so many things on the checklist I want to do. So I don't know if I have time for it. Because like, Tiger Eye, okay, level with me here. This is like, you can imagine how many months this is going to eat already. So, after we do the XCOM and yearly tradition, or annual tradition, it's going to be Octopath Zero, Claire Expedition 33, and then Here's My Magic Olden Era is coming out next year. Like, between those 3 games, that's already going to be most of the year. So, 2020 is going to be crazy. It's already pretty booked. I don't know if I have time, because the problem, here's the problem lies, right? So the problem lies, if I play one Disgaea game, you can't play just one. I consider that to be a good problem. You know, you're not wrong. But a good problem or not, still a problem. Like 2026 is gonna be booked, honestly. With like, there's some sweet games. And who knows what other things might come out. There might be other things that might interest me. But the other problem with Disgaea is that if you play one Disgaea, you can't play just one. You know what I mean? It's like Disgaea, Disgaea 2, Disgaea 3, just one, boom, boom, right? Yeah, that's how you'd have to do it. No way you play just one. And honestly, you play through like 3 Disgaea games. That's basically a whole year. Now, I already got, like, a couple of things kind of planned out. The question is getting around to them. Now, let's pick what's a fun track to listen to before we end the stream? That we did not have as of late. Okay. Ooh, Delita's theme is kind of fun. Oh, Dorder? Oh, wait, where's Dorder? Where's Dorder? Did I pass it? I must pass it. It might be earlier. Where's Dorder? Oh. I think it's this one. Nope. There you go. It only plays once. I thought it played a second time. I thought it plays twice. Let me think about it. Dorder. And then... It's never reused. That's crazy. Yeah, I guess you're right. Because I think the problem is... Okay, so I think the problem is that like they probably wanted to reuse it the same time you went to Dorter, but then they end up using a different, unique theme for it. Yes, that is doofy. Because Trisector, the trisection, gets played a number of times. And that's supposed to be like a more quote-unquote like... That's a song you think would be used more sparingly. Imagine if Dorter had a chemist or two added in it. No, the problem is that the reason why Dorter is so... well, the reason why it's so hard the first time you go there is because like you're usually not prepared for two black mages at that point in the game. I think it's the first time. Yeah, it's the first time you ever fight black mages, because after the first battle where you just fight like squires and a thief that's not really a thief, the second fight you fight mostly squires, a chemist, and a thief that's not really a thief, and then oh yeah, the archer with with a longbow at high altitude, like that's so strong. And then you go to like the next battle is the forest battle, which is like monsters. Monsters are crap. And then especially like goblins are crap anyways. And then you go to Dorter and there's like two black mages, and black mages can be pretty hard. And you get stuck with the two guesses. Well, the two guesses, whatever, right? I actually, that was one of the things about the Ivalice Chronicles that pissed me off, is that the guests have preset abilities. And so Delita and Algus, or Argath, kept using my items to jackasses. At least you'll know what they do, that's true. Yeah, I wonder, like, if they make some, what's the word? Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Another unrelated to Final Fantasy Tactics, but... See, Tiger Eye, this is what I'm getting at. Next year is booked, alright? I forgot. There's another game that we're totally playing on the channel when it comes out. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. I totally forgot about that. So, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, we're playing that on the channel too. So, like, there's a lot of stuff happening here. It's actually very easy to make guest controllable. It's simply unchecking a checkbox in the patcher. Or checking it. Okay. Yeah, see, the reason why they did that, though, is because, like, thematically for Delita, he's supposed to be, like, no one tells me what to do. That's why he's the guest character. He's like, no one tells me what to do, even though in the original game you could, like, customize his abilities. But for the most part, he's like, no one tells me what to do. And Argath is supposed to be an arrogant prick. So he'd be like, no one tells me what to do. Gafgarian, he's your employer, so once again, that same mentality. Agrius is a little different. It's more meta and gameplay balances. Ever tried to dismiss him while he was in the party? No. Maybe I have, I just don't remember what he ever said. Agrius is more meta reasons of why, like, oh, she starts out as a guest. Don't presume me to tell me what to do. I'll take no orders from you. That sounds like him. Because they didn't want you to have access to Agrius' Holy Blade that early. But as I made that argument a while back, another case in point why Agrius is like the best unit in the game is because even when she counts as a guest character, or let me rephrase it this way, when you include her, even if you count the time she's a guest character, she's still around. She's around for most of the game as her personal class, or having access to her personal class. And so Agrius constantly using Judgment Blade through the whole game is already so much stronger than most abilities in the game. Because once again, like the Holy Knight ability was broken. It's like, oh yeah, 100% accurate, ranged, no charge time, no MP cost, like broken. I think a way of rebalancing the game, which I know some patchers have tried this, is like you make it cost MP, multi-target for some of them. Like, it's so powerful. And then the fact that Agrius is around for like all of chapter 2, minus like 3 fights. But if we include the ones where she's a guest, she's around for every fight in chapter 2 except for like 2 story fights, I think. The Mustadio at the swamp and Gog. But the rest of the time, Agrius is around. And then all of chapter 3 and chapter 4. So like, Agrius is so useful. She's the best character because she's around doing work. And I got lucky in my LP, which just hyped up Agrius even more. Because like, Agrius is even though Sid is stronger, like his stats are better, Agrius was there for me in some of those pivotal fights that like, her proccing certain status effects with her holy sword won me the fight. Where was Sid in those fights? He wasn't around. He can't get brownie points for that. But Agrius was. And so that's the argument I always use of like Agrius being a better unit. Because availability is... Orlando is kind of skewed because of Excalibur. I did make that argument. That like, okay, if you wanted to make that argument, it's like, okay, I could just I could also put the Excalibur on Agrius, and then she's also more effective. So like, yeah, you're absolutely right. The Excalibur does beef him up. And for a while, after I did the Midlight Deep, Agrius and Orlando both had Excaliburs for a while. And when you have two Excalibur Holy Knights running around like GG easy. Like you thought you already trivialized the game with just Sid. It's like, nah, I got Agrius with Excalibur, and it's like the game is beyond trivialized. Yeah, the Excalibur is just so broken. Honestly, I think that's the sword that should have been nerfed. If you were to rebalance the game, you kind of nerf the Excalibur. Because anything that just gives you perpetual haste is broken. I remember giving Beowulf and Meliadul martial arts in the PlayStation version. Well, in the PlayStation X version, Meliadul sucked. I actually thought it was interesting that the Divine Knight class was rebalanced. That it can still hurt people even after you break their gear. Because in the old game, it couldn't do that. It was so stupid. It was so dumb. It's like, yeah, you use it, break something, and then, oh, the ability is no longer useful. That's why I gave her monk skills to compensate. Yeah, that's why you would have to do that. I used to think that class was so ass. But they rebalanced it in this game. And even then, even after you rebalance it, like, Holy Sword is still so much better. Because it has some, you have Hallowed Bolt and Judgment Blade, which are AoE. Hallowed Bolt is like one of the strongest abilities in the game, period. It has some height to it, so it's pretty reliable on hitting that AoE. One day I'll have Dark Knight Marok with his Nether Mantra as secondary with 3 faith. That sounds very strong. You said you wouldn't use his Nether Mantra with 3 faith. Don't do it. Well, no, I guess it would. Well, the problem is because of the unreliability of the hit. That's why you never saw me use like the Sky Seer abilities with Rafa. Even though I used her a lot in the game. I just turned her to a traditional caster. Replaced Toasty Alir. Because she's better at it than he is. But you just use her for that. You don't use her Sky Seer ability because it's ass. I always found that like the dumbest ability. And that's another thing I used to think about was so funny about the game. It's like, all the more reason why Agrius is the best unit. Because after Agrius, Marok and Rafa are the next unique class characters. And their unique abilities are ass. Like, how are you going to compare like random targeting and random hit amount AoE to 100% hits. How are you going to compare those two things? Yeah, see, that's different though. That would be super good, but that's not how the ability is programmed. It's programmed to be ass. And Agrias, see, you compare Rafa with Agrias, you're gonna compare like her AoE chance of missing a bunch of hits versus Agrias hitting 100% chance all the time? Like, come on, they're not, those are not the same. Those are not the same. The only RNG would be the number of hits. Yeah, but even if you, like, you would, the fact you, anytime you guarantee, it's already strong. So, even if it hit, like, let's say minimum of 2 times, like Pokemon Fury attacks. Even if it hit twice, the Skyseer abilities would be good if you isolate it to one tile. Because it also does a guarantee, it does a 100% hit chance. You could flag it as, you could flag it to be evadable. Same as sword skills, true. But then those abilities are no longer unique. That's their whole shtick. If I was to rebalance the Holy Sword abilities, I would make it cost MP though. Because the no MP cost and no charge time.
You're not just running a restaurant. You're building something big. And score.
The hell? Why does it do that? Mods generally do that. I don't know what the hell happened there. YouTube has been wonky with me as of late. If I have other windows open, it'll like play like YouTube ads. Even if I'm not, even if like the track itself is not playing. Because like I have like music on YouTube and whatnot. But I don't have the paid version because I'm cheap. But it'll just play ads randomly. Sorry about that. Anyway, it's easy to do. I'm pretty sure it is. But as far as like vanilla Final Fantasy Tactics is concerned, I think that's another reason why Agrias is just so good. The best unit in the game, really. Because I also made the counter argument to like, well, you could just use arithmeticians. And arithmetician is the best class in the game. It's like, yes, it's true. But the problem is, one, there's a large setup to it. So more often than not, you take a long time getting there. And unless you're a total nerd who knows what they're doing, like yours truly, you're not going to have a functional arithmetician till like at least late chapter 3. On a normal playthrough. Unless you're a total nerd like me, then you could get it earlier, but that's you going out of, like, that's you having all the foreknowledge of how to operate arithmetician. That requires a lot of foreknowledge. But if you're playing on a blind playthrough, that's not an argument. Agrias could also use arithmetic too, so argument gone. Yeah, exactly. As a matter of fact, Agrias has fairly decent magic attack. The reason why people think Agrias is kind of weak, especially when you like compare it to Cid, is because Agrias is actually, if you actually look at her stat spread, for some reason her stat spread is like fairly balanced. Like she's both a might and a magic unit. You can turn her to a mage and she'd be pretty proficient in it. Cid is not like that. Cid is very physical based. That's what makes Agrias kind of doofy if you think about it. It's like she's too balanced that she's not. She can be okay at everything, but she's not like super strong in one thing. But then Agrias is like, ironically, the perfect dancer in a lot of ways because you're gonna level her physical classes anyway to keep using Holy Sword when you're out of the night classes. Because you level physical classes with her. It's kind of funny like that. I always found Agrias an interesting unit like that. Yeah, arithmetic, just because it's the best class, doesn't nullify like Agrias' usefulness. And then, of course, the other argument I bypass, like, okay, Sophia says Cid is a better Holy Knight. Okay. Who says you can't use 2? Which is what I did. Just use them both. Sure, that means you have to bench like Beowulf, but whatever. The problem, like, okay, so one thing I did admire about Ivalice Chronicles that they did that was kind of nice, was that when you get like Beowulf, Reese, Cloud, they come with other abilities. They're not like in the old game. It was so stupid. It was like, oh, they have their personal classes, which once again are not as powerful as the Holy Knight class, but they also don't have they start at like low job levels. But in this game, they were super generous. Like, Cloud has a bunch of samurai skills. Reese starts with a bunch of, like, dragoon skills. Beowulf starts with the Mystic. I keep wanting to call it the Oracle. The Mystic class. And so, that made them more viable. That made me use Reese at the end. I was like, holy moly, Reese starts with, like, high-level dragoon, and I got the good javelin from Nevlaska Temple. Like, yeah, I'm using Reese as a dragoon. If I wanted to, I could make Arithmetician require Onion Knight, level 8, just because of how strong the ability set is. No, I don't think that's necessary, because the Arithmetician... So the balance of the Arithmetician is that the Arithmetician, as a class, has low stats. It's the ability that's super good. But on top of that, you have to build up the other 4 magic classes. Black Mage, White Mage, Mystic, and Time Mage. So I think it's fine the way it is. But once again, it's one of those things that, like, if you play out a first playthrough, you're not going to know that. And yeah, just a case in point of how broken Arithmetician is, that's how I trivialize a lot of mid-light deep. I'm like, screw this, I ain't gonna do this the hard way. I'm gonna do it the easy way. And just Arithmetician it. I was at 5:40. Okay, we'll end the stream kind of soon. I thought the streams would be a lot shorter because I just breezed to the end of the game and then be like, okay, we're done. But this is nice. Nice just to listen to some of the soundtracks, hang out. The one thing that was super funny when I think about it, like the Kukulane fight was like cranked up way harder in the tactician mode, but then like Hashmo was really easy. Well, that's because like yeah, I went through Midlight Deep, and once you get the stuff from Midlight Deep, like you trivialize because you have gear far stronger than what's normally available to you. Well, like Hashmo was so easy, whereas like Kukulane was so hard. Belias, I got lucky. I will admit that. Yeah, Hashmo was so easy. I don't know why he was so easy there. Even Ajora was kind of easy, but once again, like in one of the mods, I watched someone play. Kukulane was spamming Celestial Stasis. That could be. That seems almost kind of broken. He was also changed to level 40. Yeah, because their base levels are kind of... Well, no, in the original games, that their base level... The base level of the Lucavies, in general, are generally based on what the game assumes. There's actually a formula to this. Or at least I have a theory of that there's this kind of formula. What the game assumes is that Ramza... Basically, think of it, this is how they calculate the level of every Lucavi. And if you actually look at the game data, my theory mostly works. So, the formula I came up with is that the game assumes that you play only story battles, and Ramza gets 2 kills in every story battle. So you take every story battle, the experience you would gain from Ramza getting 2 kills. No, Ramza gets 2 kills. So that's level multiplied by 2. So usually that's why it's like 20-something experience per story fight. So basically, between the beginning of the game and getting all the way to Kuka Lane, if Ramza gets 2 kills every fight, or let's put it this way. If he was to get 2 kills per fight, he roughly gets half a level. So you take every fight from the beginning of the game to Kuka Lane, that should almost get him to level 20. And then you just round up. And then Belias is like level 30 something because Ramza has 2 more kills every fight from the end of chapter 2 all the way to the end of chapter 3. It's like level 35 or something like that. Garion is level 18 in Lino Castle Gate. Yeah, most enemies are under that formula. But the problem is that what the game doesn't account for is like, oh, we can just easily manipulate experience. After the first fight of the game, you teach Ramsha Tailwind, and you level him up super fast with Tailwind. You don't bother with him attacking enemies. Well, that's level 31. Okay, so Ramza would only get 11 levels. I guess that makes sense. Think about it. How many fights are there in Chapter 3? How many fights are there in Chapter 3? Can you remember? Do not include random battles. Talk about only story fights. So in Chapter 3, that's the Olin. You meet up with Olin. You meet up with Alma. Orbonne has 3 fights. Grog Hill, so 6. Walled City, Boris, and then that's only 9 fights. That's not enough experience. Rams get 2 kills. Because if he gets 2 kills, that only gives him 4.5 levels. Oh yeah, and one at Rio Vanas. Right, we count the first fight at Rio Vanas. So, yeah, there's only 5 levels. So maybe my calculator is a little bit wrong. But I know, like, from Chapter 1, like, Chapter 1 is how many fights. You have, like, Garalan, Mandalia, Argory, Dorder, Zeklos. Okay, let me count that again. So this is, we're talking about Chapter 3, right? So, Olin, meeting Alma, then the 3 at Orbonne. And then you go to Grog Hill. Walled City. Oh, we don't count Luso. Walled City. The Woods. And then Rio Vanas. So that's 9 fights. Yeah, it's only 4. That would only be 4.5 levels. So I guess my calculation's kind of wrong. Or maybe the formula changed then? Luso's mandatory. Oh, in the PSP version he is, but like... Yeah, but I'm just talking about, like, traditionally. Because the game assumes no grinding. The enemies in Dorda range from 2 to 4. The Dorda slums, yeah, because that would calculate with the whole Ramza gets 2 kills per fight. Well, to be level 3. Ramza would... If you get 2 kills per fight with Ramza, he would be level 3. Up to that point in the game. So you just put the enemies in that ballpark. So 2 to 4, that makes sense. Maybe they upped the formula a little bit because there's more ways of leveling, not just killing enemies. But once again, that doesn't matter because random encounter you can in the Ivalice Chronicles you can manipulate random encounters. Okay, so killing blow is double experience. Sorry, it goes... It's a formula for it. So, when you hit an enemy, it's level, difference. It's 10 plus or minus level difference by 1. More. That's only for the first time. Yeah, the first time you kill an enemy. But once again, every enemy counts as a new enemy, so you always get the bonus. We assume that enemies don't get revived. No, every enemy on a given map, their killing blow gives you double experience, or like it's like the okay. So traditional experience is level of afflicted, so it's 10 if they're the same level, and then plus 1 per level they're above you, minus 1 level they're below you. And then the formula of killing blow is you take the 10, and that is doubled. And then as far as enemies being above and below you, it goes like every 2 levels you get plus 1 on a killing blow. It's something weird like that. It's not just simple double experience. I don't think you get more. Yeah, so when I say double experience, because they're usually gonna be your level. So for simplicity of math, they're the same level as you. So every time Ramza gets a kill, that's 20 experience. You get 2 kills, that's 40 experience, plus other hits. So the game assumes you get at least half a level. Because Ramza gets other hits. It's not like he's only landing 2 killing blows the whole fight. So the game assumes you go up like roughly half a level. A little bit more than half a level. But the bonus experience always applies to the first time an enemy is killed. And this is vice versa. When an enemy lands a killing blow on your unit, every unit gives the double experience once. But if you revive, let's say you revive an enemy, that they do not give the bonus experience again. You can't like infinitely res a guy, knock him over again just to get the bonus every time. It doesn't work like that. You only get it the first time. But every enemy gives it to you once. So think of it this way, like, what doesn't work? What doesn't work? I'm saying that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you can't do that. You can't like res a person and then like you get... Yeah, you don't get it. So that's what I was joking about. It's like you can't abuse that by like resing a guy just to knock him over. You can't do that. You only get it the first time someone gets knocked over. But what I am saying is that like, okay, let's say in a regular fight there's 6 enemies, usually in a fight. Each of them gives you the bonus experience. Once. Each. So hypothetically, that's an additional 60 experience. Assuming everyone's the same level. Everybody gives it to you once. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. It doesn't work if you revive people. You can't abuse that. Not allowed. But what the game is programmed that everybody gives it to you once. And this actually includes your own guys. So if an enemy knocks out your guy, they do get bonus experience. Not like that's overly relevant, but it's worth noting. And yes, you can actually use that. You can knock your own guy and get the double experience. Yeah, I think these are extra songs in the game. They, like, for some reason, some of these songs in this menu... Oh, no, okay. Some of these songs are from, like, maybe PSP, and then some of them are also, like, from the books. Like, this one's from the book. The treasure side content, yeah, that's where it's from. I hated those. Those things made me so mad. I'm like, why am I playing minigames with these books? Alright, let's end it on a better track and let it play a bit before we end the stream. There's a lot of neat little things in the game mechanics like that, like, once again, it's things I figured out, like, way later, as I kept playing the game, like, a whole bunch of times. That's what I mean by, like, I know this game mostly inside and out. Like, weird little mechanics like that, like how experience games like that work. Although this first plays during the first battle, I always associate with Argath. The funny thing is, it's weird that this song plays before you go to Milan when you fight Lothri. That's the weird place. Actually, Trisection usually plays when it's a Delita related moment. So the beginning of the game, Delita is abducting the princess. Even though you don't fight him there, this song plays when Delita is abducting the princess. The song plays when Delita, after Tetra is shot by Argath, and that's the part you're referring to. And then the other time it's played is when you and Delita team up to kill what's-his-face? The High Inquisitor. Yeah, Zalmor, that's his name, Zalmor. High Inquisitor Zalmor. I always thought of it like that, but then they play it when you fight Lothri and you're like, huh? It's not really Delita themed as much. Whatever. Why is it called? Why is Track 9 called Protagonist Theme? Just call it the Ramza theme. Well, I guess because in the old game you could rename Ramza. But I don't think that would matter. We'd still call it the Ramza theme, wouldn't you? Even if you can rename him. It's not like his name is open slated. His name is Ramza. I read that you fight Valmafra, Delita, and several Dark Knights for the 10th battle in Brave Story Rendezvous. I don't remember that all that well. I take your word for it. can steal lordly robes from Valmafra. Yeah, okay, I remember that being a thing and like people talking about that in the PSP version, because of course in the original game you can only get the lordly robes from one place. Stupid ass mid-lady. That place was rough. 9th floor, if I'm not mistaken. Sure, I take your word for it. Anyway, once again, thank you guys for being here for this Final Fantasy Tactics Let's Play. I certainly enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. We'll be back on Monday at 2 o'clock Pacific time with something. I'll figure something out. And, yeah. This is going to be the end of the stream. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Hope you guys have a good weekend. And I'll see you guys next time. PSX Ramza, Chaos Blade, Excalibur, Thief Hat, Lowly Rope, Angel Ring. That's a pretty strong build. It's a pretty regular build. And then you put the Shiro Hadori to be his evasion, because you can manipulate his brave super easy. Anyways, good night, and God bless you.